stream of the 1 Year Bible. Today is day 72. Sorry about the yesterday's stream. I do apologize about the coughing as soon as I started to do my read. Came down with something, clearing out of my system, but I'm happy to be here tonight. Gym streams will start back up here shortly. I don't want to get other people sick, so I'm not doing the gym streams at the moment. So gym streams won't be happening maybe for the next 2-ish days. Just want to fully get everything out of my system. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Cash Money? Just want to fully get everything out of my system first before I go back and go back in the gym and stuff. But today is day 72. And today we're going to be reading from Numbers, and welcome to the stream, Cash. Pretty sure I just said that. Numbers 16:41 through 18, and then on verse 32. Hey, Cash, don't forget to like the stream too. Numbers 16:41 through 18, and then on verse 32. Mark 16:1 through 20. Psalms 55 1 through 23, and then wrapping up with Proverbs 11:7. Thank you all for joining me. And without further ado, let's get into our read for today. So starting from Numbers 16:41 through 18 and on verse 32. But the very next morning, the whole community of Israel began muttering against Moses and Aaron, saying, "You have killed the Lord's people." As the community gathered to protest against Moses and Aaron, they turned towards the tabernacle and saw that the cloud had covered it, and the glorious presence of the Lord had appeared. Moses and Aaron came and stood in front of the tabernacle, and the Lord said to Moses, "Get away from all these people so that I can instantly destroy them." But Moses and Aaron fell face down on the ground. And Moses said to Aaron, "Quick, take an incense burner and place burning coals on it from the altar. Lay incense on it and carry it out among the people to purify them and make them right with the Lord. The Lord's anger is blazing against them. The plague has already begun." Aaron did as Moses told him and ran out among the people. The plague had already begun to strike down the people. But Aaron burned the incense and purified the people. He stood between the dead and the living, and the plague stopped. But 14,700 people died in that plague, in addition to those who had died in the affair involving Korah. Then, because the plague had stopped, Aaron returned to Moses at the entrance of the tabernacle. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell the people of Israel to bring you 12 wooden staffs, one from each leader of Israel's ancestral tribes, and inscribe each leader's name on his staff." Hey, how you doing, Aki? And how you doing, how you doing, Mitch? Tell the people to bring 12 wooden staffs, one from each leader's ancestral tribe, and inscribe each leader's name on his staff. Inscribe Aaron's name on the staff of the tribe of Levi, for there must be one staff for the leader of each ancestral tribe. Place these staffs in the tabernacle in front of the ark, containing the tablets of the covenant, where I meet with you. Buds will sprout on the staff belonging to the man I choose. Then I will finally put an end to the people's murmuring and complaining against you. So Moses gave the instructions to the people of Israel, and each of the 12 tribal leaders, including Aaron, brought Moses a staff. Moses placed a staff in the Lord's presence in the tabernacle of the covenant. When he went into the tabernacle of the covenant the next day, he found that Aaron's staff representing the tribe of Levi had sprouted, budded, blossomed, and produced ripe almonds. When Moses brought all the staffs out from the Lord's presence, he showed them to the people. Each man claimed his own staff, and the Lord said to Moses, "Place Aaron's staff permanently before the ark of the covenant, to serve as a warning to rebels. This should put an end to their complaints against me and prevent any further deaths." So Moses did as the Lord commanded him. Then the people of Israel said to Moses, "Look, we are doomed. We are dead. We are ruined. Everyone who comes close to the tabernacle of the Lord dies. Are we all doomed to die?" Then the Lord said to Aaron, "You and your sons and your relatives from your tribe of Levi will be held responsible for any offenses related to the sanctuary, but you and your sons alone will be held responsible for the violations connected with the priesthood. Bring your relatives of the tribe of Levi, your ancestral tribe, to assist you and your sons as you perform the sacred duties in front of the tabernacle of the covenant. But as Levites go about all their assigned duties on the tabernacle, they must be careful not to go near any of the sacred objects or the altar. If they do, both you and they will die. The Levites must join you in fulfilling their responsibilities for the care and the maintenance of the tabernacle. But no unauthorized person may assist you. You yourselves must perform the sacred duties inside the sanctuary and at the altar. If you follow these instructions, the Lord's anger will never again blaze against the people of Israel. I myself had chosen your fellow Levites from among the Israelites to be your special assistants. They are a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord for service in the tabernacle. But you and your sons, the priests, must personally handle all the priestly rituals associated with the altar and with everything behind the inner curtain. I am giving you the priesthood as your special privilege of service. Any unauthorized person who comes too near the sanctuary will be put to death. The Lord gave these further instructions to Aaron. I myself have put you in charge of all the holy offerings that are brought to me by all the people of Israel. I have given all these consecrated offerings to you and your sons as your permanent share. You are allotted the portion of the most holy offerings that is not burned on the fire. This portion of all the most holy offerings, including the grain offering, sin offering, and guilt offerings, will be most holy, and it belongs to you and your sons. You must eat it as a most holy offering. All the males may eat it, and you must treat it as most holy. All the sacred offerings and special offerings presented to me when the Israelites lift them up before the altar also belong to you. I have given them to you and to your sons and daughters as your permanent share. Any member of your family who is ceremonially clean may eat of these offerings. I also give you the harvest gifts brought by the people as offerings to the Lord. The best of the olive oil, new wine, and grain. All the first crops of their land that the people present to the Lord belong to you. Any member of your family here ceremonially clean may eat this food. Hey Zach, how you doing? Thank you for the likes on the stream chat. Everything in Israel that is specially set apart for the Lord also belongs to you. The firstborn of every mother, whether human or animal, that is offered to the Lord will be yours. But you must always redeem your firstborn sons and the firstborn ceremonially unclean animals. Redeem them when they are 1 month old. The redemption price is 5 pieces of silver, as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel, which equals 20 dirhams. However, you may not redeem the firstborn of cattle, sheep, or goats. They are holy and have been set apart for the Lord. Sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as a special gift, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. The meat of these animals will be yours, just like the breast and the right thigh that are presented by lifting them up as a special offering before the altar. Yes, I am giving you all these holy offerings that the people of Israel bring to the Lord. They are for you and your sons and daughters to be eaten as your permanent share. This is an eternal and unbreakable covenant between the Lord and you. And it also applies to your descendants. And the Lord said to Aaron, you priests will receive no allotment of land or share of property among the people of Israel. I am your share and your allotment. As for the tribe of Levi, your relatives, I will compensate them for their service in the tabernacle. Instead of an allotment of land, I will give them the tithes from the entire land of Israel. From now on, no Israelites except priests or Levites may approach the tabernacle. If they come too near, they will be judged guilty and will die. Only the Levites may serve at the tabernacle, and they will be held responsible for any offenses against it. This is a permanent law for you, to be observed from generation to generation. The Levites will receive no allotment of land among the Israelites, because I have given them the Israelites tithes, which has been presented as a sacred offering to the Lord. This will be the Levites' share. That is why I said they would receive no allotment of land among the Israelites. The Lord also told Moses, give these instructions to the Levites. When you receive from the people of Israel the tithes I have assigned as your allotment, give a tenth of the tithes you receive, a tithe of the tithe, to the Lord as a sacred offering. The Lord will consider this offering to be your harvest offering, as though it was the first grain from your own threshing floor or wine from your own wine press. You must present 1/10 of the tithe received from the Israelites as a sacred offering to the Lord. This is the Lord's sacred portion, and you must present it to Aaron, the priest. Be sure to give the Lord the best portions of the gifts given to you. Also give these instructions to the Levites. When you present the best part of your offering, it will be considered as though it came from your own threshing floor or wine press. You Levites and your families may eat this food as you wish, for it is your compensation for serving in a tabernacle. You will not be considered guilty for accepting the Lord's tithes if you give the best portion to the priest. But be careful not to treat the holy gifts of the people of Israel as though they were common. If you do, you will die. And now chat. How you doing, Hanuk? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the likes on the stream, everybody. And now chat, we're going to get into Mark 16, 1 through 20. Saturday evening, when the Sabbath ended, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome went out and purchased burial spices so they could anoint Jesus' body. Very early on Sunday morning, just at sunrise, they went to the tomb. On the way, they were asking each other, Who will roll away the stone for us to enter from the entrance to the tomb? But as they arrived, they looked up and saw that the stone, which was very large, had been rolled aside. When they entered the tomb, they saw a young man clothed in a white robe sitting on the right side. The women were shocked, but the angel said, "Don't be alarmed. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He isn't here. He has risen from the dead. Look, this is where they laid his body. Now go and tell his disciples, including Peter, that Jesus is going ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there, just as he told you before he died." The woman fled from the tomb trembling and bewildered, and they said nothing to anyone because they were too frightened. And there's a little piece here. Let's read this piece right here. It says, the most ancient manuscripts of Mark conclude with the verse 16-18. Later manuscripts add one or both of the following endings. Shorter ending of Mark. Then they briefly reported all this to Peter and his companions. Afterward, Jesus himself sent them out from the east to west with the sacred unfailing message of salvation that gives eternal life. Amen. And longer ending of Mark. After Jesus rose from the dead early on Sunday morning, the first person who saw him was Mary Magdalene, the woman from whom he had cast out 7 demons. She went to the disciples who were grieving and weeping and told them what had happened. But when she told them that Jesus was alive and she had seen him, they didn't believe her. Afterward, he appeared in a different form to 2 of his followers who were walking from Jerusalem into the country. They rushed back to tell the others, but no one believed them. Still later, he appeared to the 11 disciples as they were eating together. He rebuked them for their stubborn unbelief because they refused to believe those who had seen him after he'd been raised from the dead. And then he told them, "Go into all the world and preach the good news to everyone. Anyone who believes and is baptized will be saved, but anyone who refuses to believe will be condemned. These miraculous signs will accompany those who believe. They will cast out demons in my name, and they will speak in new languages. They will be able to handle snakes with safety, and if they drink anything poisonous, it won't hurt them. They will be able to place their hands on the sick, and they will be healed." When Jesus had finished talking with them, he was taken up into heaven and sat down in a place of honor at God's right hand. And the disciples went everywhere and preached, and the Lord worked through them, confirming what they had said by many miraculous signs. And now chat. Psalms 55, 1-23. Sorry about that. Listen to my prayer, O God. Do not ignore my cry for help. Please listen and answer me, for I am overwhelmed by my troubles. My enemies shout at me, making loud and wicked threats. They bring trouble on me and angrily hunt me down. My heart pounds in my chest. The terror of death assaults me. Fear and trembling overwhelm me, and I can't stop shaking. Oh, that I had wings like a dove, then I would fly away and rest. I would fly far away to the quiet of the wilderness. How quickly I would escape, far from this wild storm of hatred. Confuse them, Lord, and frustrate their plans. For I see violence and conflict in the city. Its walls are patrolled day and night against invaders, but the real danger is wickedness within the city. Everything is falling apart. Threats and cheating are rampant in the streets. It is not an enemy who taunts me. I could bear that. It is not my foes who arrogantly insult me. I could have hidden from them. Instead, it is you, my equal, my companion and close friend. What good fellowship we once enjoyed as we walked together to the house of God. Let death stalk my enemies. Let the grave swallow them alive. For evil makes its home within them. But I will call on God, and the Lord will rescue me, morning, noon, and night. I cried in my distress, and the Lord hears my voice. He ransoms me and keeps me safe. For the battle waged against me, though many still oppose me, God is ruled forever, will hear me and humble them. For my enemies refuse to change their ways. They do not fear God. As for my companion, he betrays his friends, broke his promises. His words are smooth as butter, but his heart is war. His words are soothing as lotion, but underneath as daggers. Give your burden to the Lord, and he will take care of you. He will not permit the godly to slip and fall, but you, O God, will send the wicked down to the pit of destruction. Murderers and liars will die young, but I am trusting you to save me. And now chat, Proverbs 11:7. When the wicked die, their hopes die with them, for they rely on their own feeble strength. And at the very end here, it says, what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? The Israelites watched the sea divided and then crossed the bottom of it to freedom. They followed a guiding cloud in the day and were protected by a pillar of fire at night. Manna appeared on the ground 6 out of every 7 days. Miracle after miracle, day after day. Yet they still rebelled. Sometimes we think we would respond differently if God were to perform a miracle for us. it is more likely we would still have doubts about God. No one miracle, or even many, can remove our need for faith in God. Good stuff today, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Cash. Let's read it one more time. What would it take? The Israelites watched the sea divide and then crossed the bottom of it to freedom. They followed a God in cloud in the day and were protected by a pillar of fire at night. Manna appeared on the ground 6 out of every 7 days, miracle after miracle, day after day, and yet they still rebelled. Sometimes we think we would respond differently if God were to perform a miracle for us. It is more likely we would still have the same doubts about God. No one miracle, or even many, can remove our need for faith in God. And now, Chad, I really want to read Proverbs 11:7 one more time. When the wicked die, their hopes die with them, for they rely on their own feeble strength. And I wanted to read that one more time, just to remind, just because I feel like that's a very important word, a very important verse. Don't forget where your help comes from. Don't forget where your help comes from. Don't forget where your help comes from. And if you do, God might get you to remember. Have you prayed for salvation? Have I prayed for salvation? Yeah, I prayed for a lot of things, actually. And I've gotten most of those things I prayed for, to be honest. I feel like I personally have a good relationship with God, and I feel like God keeps my heart pure, to be honest. Even sometimes when I forget things, or I get caught up in the world, I don't forget where my help's coming from, because if I forget that, then I'll be alone. Then I'd be alone, and I've experienced that before, and I know that's not worth it. I know it's not worth it to rely on yourself. I know it's not worth it. So don't forget where your help comes from. Don't forget where your help comes from. For sure. Don't forget where your help comes from. I appreciate that, Cash. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining the stream. You become a stable member of the streams. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, for real. But everybody can be better. I can get better with God. Have better conversations. Sometimes, you can go periods of time where you forget that. I told y'all before. My granddad put me up some crazy game a couple weeks ago, right? I asked my granddad to pray for me, and I for sure appreciate that. I asked my granddad to pray for me. He told me, he said, "You have not because you ask not," right? And I was like, man, that's some crazy game. I was like, man, that's some crazy game. And it's true. I didn't have what I thought I needed because I was scared to ask God for help. I was embarrassed about something, and I didn't want to ask for help. So you have not because you ask not. And you have not because you believe in God's going to judge you. God's not going to judge you. God wants you to come to him, and talk to him and get it off your chest. It's not your burden to carry. You feel me? But I had to learn that for myself. I didn't have to learn that for myself, to be honest. I could have just listened. You feel me? You don't have to learn that for yourself. But, a little stubbornness sometimes. And then, but, through that stubbornness, I learned a lot. Like, it's not worth it. It's just honestly not worth it. So whenever I got something going on, I talk to God about it, because it's not worth it to try to do it by myself. It's just not worth it. And why would I try to do it by myself if I have the MVP of the universe on my side? Why would I try to do everything by myself if I have the MVP of the universe, of everything, not even just the universe, of everything on my side? You feel me? But I just had to learn that lesson. But I appreciate y'all for joining me. I do not want to go into like a call fit or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you for joining me. I am starting to feel better. I don't typically get sick. I'm not gonna lie. This is very bizarre that I got sick. I'm not gonna lie, but my immune system is immune systeming, so I'm sure I'll be good here shortly. So gym streams will start back here soon. Um, hey, how you doing, Heaven? Welcome back to the streams, bro. Gym streams will start back here soon. So look forward to that. But I don't want to just contaminate everything. you know. So I'm just gonna. I'll be here until 8:40. Hey, we're about to wrap up, so it's all good, you know. But gym streams will be coming back, so stay tuned for those. And this weekend we have the 5,000 subscriber special that's going to be happening. So be on the lookout for that. The 5,000 subscriber special. And thank you for joining me. I appreciate y'all, for real, for real. Thank you for showing up for me. I appreciate that. And let's hit this outro. We all got that limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. Thank you for joining me. Just call me Heaven because San Angel reminds me of a childhood. I'm still in my childhood, but like a thing from when I was younger that scared me for life. Okay, I got you. I'll just call you Heaven. That's cool with me. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I hope everybody avoids the flu. I hope anybody, out there just avoids the flu because it's not cool. Let me explain that childhood trauma story. I mean, you can go ahead if you want to, yeah. For sure, if you want to. I get it. Sorry, I had to take a breath there. But you can go ahead if you want to. And if not, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here. It's okay. If not, we're gonna wrap up. My dad broke up before I was born. But then they broke up, and then I had a new girlfriend called Angel. I was with my mom, but could go back in. Oh, I can feel that then. That's understandable. It's like I can feel that. I can feel that. Yeah. I could feel that. I could kind of relate to that. To be honest. That's messed up. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro. I hope you're okay. I hope you getting the help you need. I hope you're going to go get the help you need. I hope you get, whatever you need in life, I hope you're going to go get the help you need. Yeah. Yeah. That's completely understandable. What are you doing Heaven for yourself and to help you with this situation? I don't want you to be, scarred for life, So I'm gonna ask, excuse me. I'm gonna ask, how are you working towards, being able to move forward in life? That's understandable. I feel that. Not gonna lie, Heaven, this sounds like a soap opera. I hope you do. But just like I said before, I hope you're getting the help you need. for sure. Hope you're getting the help you need. Yeah. It sounds like you're quoting the movie for real, but it's all good. I hope I do genuinely hope you are going to get the help you need. In whatever way that is, I do genuinely hope you're getting the help you need. Mental health is important. I do believe that. Would I be scared? Would I be scarred? Possibly. I can't speak from your got to go. It's no problem. I can't speak from your perspective, but I do hope you get the help you need, or are getting the help you need. But let's hit this outro one more time though. We all got that limited score, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. Thank you for joining me, and I'm gonna see y'all next time on the next stream tomorrow, 8 p.m. EST, and I'm gonna see you. Peace.